will change your life. Your wife want the pipe, and when I hit you feel a slight difference. In her box, my cock's bigger, I'm hot nigga. She don't rock with you, she got with you for dough. Your hoes a thought, if you fuck around, I'll take your mom, kiss her, fuck her, then I'm taking your hot sister. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. You cuff that bitch, I'ma fuck that bitch. You in love that chick, will suck that dick. That slut will kick you out your house, man, fuck your couch. I'm Rick James, bitch, I'll take your bitch and fuck her mouth, nigga. You bitchin' cause I'm smashing your hoe, you so passionate though. You would laugh for her to go on the trip, now you trippin' because I got her ass, you acting vaginal, bro. I'll give her back, blow her back out, then go. Nigga, act like you know. Sharing is caring, nigga, I dare a nigga to swear that niggas can get to his chick. I put fear in niggas, they scared this nigga will take the girl and make her my bitch. You the type to die for a slut, you lie just to fuck. You like to get drunk and high just to get the courage to say hi, you a punk. You want to get some ass but then you act like a monk. She's stringing you along, it's going on like a month. You spending all this dough, she still ain't touching your junk. She taking off her panties and you smelling the funk. You say you hate it but you ate it even though that it stunk. Nasty ass nigga. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. Your girl, not a side girl. You shit that chick up in my world. I'ma keep fucking your lady. My pull-out game's amazing, we ain't having a baby. You bitchin' moaning and crying, complaining, acting crazy because I'm fucking your girl, you punk ass, you pay me. Get cash to smash your whack ass chick. You too stupid to realize I'm teaching your whack ass shit. All up in your feelings, you feeling all attached and it's making you go crazy. And maybe if you had that shit we call game, you know you can't control no hoe. No matter if she's bad or right or just so-so. You trying to control that bitch, that's a no-no. You worried about other niggas, that's so homo. Pause. Niggas wanna be so romantic, but they chick be all up on another man's dick. I be on that man shit, they be acting manic. I don't think these guys know what a man is. Y'all thinking you're out here winning with your money and status, you're thinking you're rich. But how you see yourself as a winner if I could ruin your day by smashing your bitch? What up, 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 what up? What's poppin'? What's good, what's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Shout out to everybody in the chats. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to April MC in the building. Shout out to Unique 79 in the building. Shout out to Certified Tyrone is in the building. Joe Blast is in the building, man. What's going on with everybody? Who else we got up in here? My voice is still kind of hoarse because, I was getting over, some sickness. I don't know what it is. I don't think it was the other thing you think it was, but yeah. So I'm getting over that shit. But shout out to Wardell. Duke Alex was popping. Who else we got up in here? Keith Joak, Kid 420 was good. AJ 206. Kwame Dukes is in the building. Thomas Blake is in the building. Goldie is in the building. What's going on, fam? The greatest of all time is in the chat. It's all about the Benjamins, across the floors, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody's coming up in here. What's good? What's good? So today's show, real quick. Let me get some of this water so I don't be cracking my voice every 2 seconds and shit. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to everybody. So today's show, I'm gonna be talking about how pulling baddies doesn't mean you have game, right? And I really want to dive into this because a lot of guys have this misconstrued. They think that, if you're able to, or I'll say this, guys think it's harder to get a chick who's a hot chick, a baddie, than it is to get other girls. So therefore, if you pull a baddie, that means that your game is so tight, bro. Like you're that guy. No, that's not what it is. But also, what happens is that just because you see a guy who has a baddie or who has chicks who you think are bad or whatever it is like that, doesn't mean that he has game. And so I got to break this down so y'all don't get confused though, real quick, because a lot of times guys get confused when we talk about game. What do you mean he doesn't have any game? What do you mean he has game and all this other stuff, right? So, hold on. What is he said? Game happens after you get the girl and maintain her for whatever reason the intent is for. Come on, man. See, Gary, this is why I gotta explain shit because guys be getting this confused, right? So, first of all, remember, in the Game Kings documentary, which all of you guys should have watched, it's called The Game Kings, The Definition of Game, right? Game is simply put, and I said this in the video, and there's different ways that people explain game, but I just broke it down to the simple form. So, just to keep it simple for so easy, so people could easily understand this, right? He said they can hear you laughing in the background. Hilarious. But here's the thing. It's a strategy to get what you want. That's all a game is. It's a strategy to get what you want. Now, what you have to understand is this. If your strategy is strong or if it's tight, that means you're getting what you want based off of you and who you are and what you're about, the man that you are. If your strategy, if your game is weak as fuck, that means you're acquiring things in a way that's either manipulative, ways that don't really have to do with, who you are and what you're about. You might be, for example, using things, right? To acquire certain things. So you might use money to get a girl, that's weak game. Use your car, your status to get a woman, that's weak game. All of that is weak game, because if you lose your car, you lose your money, you lose your status, that means that you lose the chick. That's why the game is weak, right? And again, when we talk about weak game, it's the same thing as saying no game. So if I say a guy has no game, I'm saying his game is weak. If I say a guy has game, I'm saying his game is strong. That's really, it's that simple, right? So now, what happens is when we're talking about, pulling baddies and saying that, pulling baddies doesn't mean that you have game. What you have to understand is that just because a chick is hot, right, doesn't mean that it's difficult to get her or more difficult or challenging to get her than a girl who's you would not consider hot. Now, first reason is, and this should be simple unless you're a dumbass, is that what's considered hot and what's considered not is still subjective, right? Guys always come. I get guys hit me up and, well, Locario, no, looks are objective, bro, because, if you have, a woman who's fit and a bikini model, and then you have Lizzo, then, most of the guys are going to say that the bikini model's hotter. Or they'll even say all the guys are going to say that she's hotter, right? Which is bullshit. And all not going to say that she's hotter, because you have guys who like fat chicks and think fat chicks are the hottest shit out there in the streets. So for the guy who likes the fat chick, Lizzo's going to be hotter than the fit bikini model chick, right? So now, if the fit bikini model chick is the baddie to you, that fit bikini model chick is not the baddie to the nigga that like the fat girls. You get it? So therefore, there really is no such thing as a baddie, because who is a baddie is an opinion. So how could it be harder to get a chick who's hot when who's hot is just an opinion? You see what I'm saying? See how ridiculous it sounds? So there's no fact that any woman here or there is particularly hot. You feel what I'm saying? So, shout out to K-Zag 20. The minus that 7 snatched the voice. Yeah, my voice is crazy right now, but shit, it's way better than before. My shit was ridiculous. So that's one thing, right? So what you got to understand is that there's no fact that this girl is bad or this fact that this girl is hot, because some guys, they hit me up. I used to have guys that hit me up and they used to be like, "Yo, Locario, yo, there's this bad chick I'm trying to get at, yo." And they would send me pictures of the chick. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, she's all right. You understand what I'm saying? But to him, she's bad. So who am I to say she's not bad? Right? But to me, she's all right. Right? So there might be another girl. Like if I was to send him a picture of a girl I thought was bad, he might think she's all right. You understand? So there's no like universal thing where a woman is universally bad to every motherfucker. That would make a chick objectively hot. That would mean if it's a fact that she's hot. That means you have to talk to every nigga on earth, and every nigga on earth has to say she's bad. Right? But that will never happen. You understand what I'm saying? It's impossible. I don't care who you pick. I don't care who you think is the hottest chick ever. There's going to be a nigga that's going to be like, she's all right. I don't care if it's one guy. If it's one guy, it's still subjective. Meaning every other dude on earth, except for this one guy, is going to say, you know, she's hot. And then if that one guy says she's not hot, then it's subjective. There you go. You see what I'm saying? So it's that simple. But the problem is a lot of guys don't get that. Now that you understand that, you know, the looks are subjective and there's no hot girl as a fact, right? What you got to understand is that when it comes to guys thinking that getting or pulling a hot girl is hard or harder, it's all nonsense. It's all in their head. See, it's harder for them because they put the woman that they think is a baddie on a pedestal. Thanks. You're the best. Thank you. They put that woman on a pedestal. You see what I'm saying? So now when they put that woman on a pedestal, they end up being nervous around that girl. They end up being like scared to talk to her. They end up, you know, putting her on a pedestal, all that other shit. And therefore, she's looking at him like he's goofy because he's making her out to be the shit. You feel what I'm saying? Contact Kid said, this makes it obvious Locario dates fat chicks. Hold on. Let me hit the button for him. That's interesting. So if I said that, you know, some people like to smoke because smoking, you know, it's a habit for them or it makes them feel good or they just like smoking rather than working out, that means that I smoke now because I said it. Is that what we're saying? So just so when you explain something, that makes it obvious that you're about the thing you're explaining. Now, I'm not saying I don't like fat chicks. I'm just saying based off of what you said in your little comment. You understand? That's just ridiculous. But anyway, but this is the thing. What you got to understand is that pulling a bad chick doesn't mean you have game. Now, why is that? Or pulling a chick regardless doesn't mean you have game. Now, the reason why is because, like I said earlier, you have to think about, is your game weak or is your game strong? So if you're pulling chicks based off of weak ass game, that means you have no game. So what you have to understand is this. Let's say, for example, you see a guy with a baddie and you're like, damn, he must have game because he pulled that hot girl. But what you don't realize is he got that girl because he was simping or tricking. Right? So imagine he begged this woman 3 or 4 times to go on a date with him. Right? He begged this woman to go on a date with him. And she finally gave in after 3 or 4 times of him begging her to go on a date. Then he took her to dinner. Right? On the first date. And he took her to 3 or 4 more dates after that. So he's been on 5 dates with this woman, or 4 or 5 dates with this woman. So he begged her. He'd been on 4 or 5 dates with this woman. Right? Then after that, he ended up buying her shit. Right? He's paying her rent. And then after maybe 4 or 5 months, she decided to give him some ass. So now you're thinking, man, you see this guy walking down the street with this woman. You're like, oh man, he must got game because, yo, how he get her? But he got her because he was simping and tricking. So what happens is that just because he's with her doesn't mean he got game. His game was weak as fuck, which is why he's in the situation he's in. See, Zenzo said game is usually for broke people. Hilarious. See, that's what people with no game say, because I know Zenzo is definitely a trick. Definitely a trick. You understand? That's trick talk right there. What tricks like to do is they like to downplay game or actually having game, because understand tricking is still game. It's just weak ass game. They like to downplay having strong game, because for them all they know how to do is trick. It just is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But What I'm saying is a lot of you guys don't know how the guy got the girl. And that goes for any chick, but we're focusing on the baddies today. So a lot of times guys, they look at a chick, a dude with a chick, and if they have a tricking mentality, they think the guy has a lot of money. See, what you have to understand is a lot of times when you judge a situation, you're basically projecting. You're thinking about how you would have done it or how you think you could have got it. So if you see a guy with a bad chick and you're wondering how he got her and you think, oh, he must got a lot of money, that means that you are a trick or a simp because that's how you would get it, because that's how you think he got it. You see what I'm saying? So that's usually how it'll go, right? Oh, and if guys, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. And if you want to call in, the call-in number is 516-387-1224. 516-387-1224 is the number. So I see some people calling in, and I'll get to your calls in a second. But yeah, that's the thing, man. You know, a lot of guys, they're just simps and tricks, you know, in disguise. They don't really want to let people know they are, but they are. But this is the thing. What you guys got to understand is this, right? Is that you can't equate the way a guy's girl looks or the type of girl he has, right, to say, oh man, he has game because he got her. It doesn't work that way, because that woman could be whooping his ass. That woman could be disrespecting the shit out of him. That woman could be basically walking that nigga on a leash. You understand? You have no idea, right? Now, this is not to say that this happens all the time, right? Shout out to my dude Miles in the chat. Shout out to my dude Miles. But a lot of guys get this confused and they get this twisted. They think that, you know, if a guy pulls the baddie or he has the baddie, he has game, and that's the shit. Now, this is the funny part. This is how I know when motherfuckers don't have game and don't understand certain things when it comes to game. See, and I talked about this before. A lot of guys who have a hard time getting women, they strive to get the hot girl, right? Now, the reason why they're striving to get the hottest girl is not because they want her just because she's hot. Yeah, they want her because she's hot, but it's deeper than that. They want her because her being with him is validation that he's a man, that he's cool, right? If I could get her, man, I can't. My friends would think I'm the shit. Everybody will think I'm awesome. I'll think I'm the shit because right now I don't think I'm the shit. So if I get this hot girl, then I'll think I'm the shit. You understand? Now, what you also have to understand is this, is that, and I've seen a lot of people make comments about this shit where I saw people say, you know, these dating coaches, I don't understand, like their girlfriends should, all their girlfriends or wives should look like supermodels, right? Let's say stupid shit like that. They're like, their girlfriends or wives should look like fucking Victoria's Secret supermodels. Right? Now, again, this is the thoughts of a naive motherfucker who doesn't understand game. Because a guy who understands game and who can attract women can attract all types of women. So when you're able to attract all types of women, that means you can attract hot women, right? Now, what happened? Can I do what? Pause it? What happened? Oh, there's somebody put that on there? Okay, thanks. All right. Yeah, these people out here crazy. I'm not going to mention it, but go ahead. But anyway, but yeah, so what happens is this, right? Yeah, but I lost my damn train of thought. I forgot where I was at. What was I saying? Anyway, so this is what I think I was saying this. Oh, I got it now. So like when you're actually able to attract women and shit, right? What happens is you're able to get hot girls, right? Once you are able to get hot girls, it is no longer an issue for you to get hot girls, right? April, can you text that to Miles so he could hit them people up? But anyway, so it's no longer an issue for you to get hot girls. Now, what you notice is when you get hot girls, right, you're going to realize that the hot girls are not special. And when I say they're not special, what happens is that you're going to realize that the hot girls are the same as the average girls, the cute girls, and even the fucking ugly girls. Right? Now, this is the crazy part. You also start to realize that you might meet a woman who's not the hottest woman, but she's more beneficial to you than the hot women you were fucking with. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that you are striving to get the hottest girl. Your game is on point so you can get the hottest women. You get the hottest girls and you realize, okay, yeah, she's cool, but so? Just like this other girl's cool, but so? Right? Now, what happens is that you start to realize that the hot girl isn't special. Then you also realize that the girl who isn't as hot can be even more beneficial to you than the hottest girl that you've been with. I'll give you an example. See, and this is something that a lot of guys ain't gonna know because they're not actually out here fucking. There's certain girls, let's go on a scale of 1 to 10 real quick, and I'm gonna get to the calls in a second. Right? I'm gonna get to the call in a second. But let's say there's a fucking thing from a scale of 1 to 10, right? And let's say the chick who is a 6 has better vagina than the girl who's a 10, right? The girl who's a 6 has better vagina than the girl who's a 10. And what happens is that you realize, damn, I've been chasing or trying to get at the 10s. And I realize that the girl who's not even as hot as the 10, I'm more sexually compatible with that woman than the 10. But a lot of guys, they don't get that. They don't realize that. You feel what I'm saying? And then this is where they go crazy, because what happens is that a lot of dudes, they don't realize this and they continue to chase the 10 or try to get at the 10 or think the baddie is the ultimate situation. And then they never actually get a woman overall who can benefit them. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that when you're out here really doing what you do, when you're out here really being on point, you're going to be able to attract all types of women. When you can attract all types of women, then you realize that the baddie isn't like the end all be all. And then when you realize the baddie isn't the end all be all, you pick the best women overall to fuck with. So when they say to you, well, how come these guys who are so good at game don't have the baddest chicks? That's why, because we're so good at fucking game. That's why. And because you're not so good at game, right? What happens is that you continue to think that the baddie is a goal. You understand what I'm saying? That's what happens. You start to think that the baddie is a goal, that she's the ultimate shit. And then the other people who aren't good at game think that you are the shit because you got the baddie. But you're basically, 10 steps behind because you haven't even realized yet that the baddie ain't shit. See, guys who have game realize and recognize that the baddie ain't shit. And when I say the baddie ain't shit, what I mean is that the chick who is the baddie doesn't really matter or do anything in the grand scheme of things. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't mean anything. This fucking tea is getting me hot as shit. Well, I gotta take off this fucking glasses and shit. This tea is getting a nigga hot up in this piece. But yeah, you gotta understand that it's like you realize that it ain't shit. Let me take some of these calls real quick. Hold on. Let's go to 678, then 734, then 646, and then 718. So let's go to 678. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, I donated.
What's going on, my brother? What's popping with you?
Yeah, I want to say something. I disagree that the baddie can be advertised as a fashion. The baddie or woman is more attractive than the fat women. That's a fact. If that was the case, why do fat hot girls get paid for their looks? They get paid for their looks. They get money for their looks. Fat bitches can't do that.
Wait, what's your question? Wait, say it over real quick because you're getting. Muffled.
I disagree that you think that a fat bitch can be as attractive as a woman that is attractive who's hot. So I'm saying that hot girls get paid for their looks, fat bitches don't.
So let me ask you a question. What makes a person attractive?
If you got a nice body. Nice body, fit. If you fit.
Okay, so
nice body, yeah, nice ass. Fit.
Okay, so that's your opinion on what makes a person attractive, correct?
There's a fact.
No, it's not a fact because you're just telling me what you think. Because what if hold on, because what if a person says I think a fat person is attractive? What if they like a chick that's 300 pounds?
Just low value man.
How does that make him low value?
Because you don't see successful men with fat bitches.
Say that again?
I'm sorry, it's not happening. You don't see successful men with fat bitches.
You say you don't see what?
Fat bitches.
You say you don't see what?
You don't see successful men with fat bitches. You don't see it.
You don't. Well, I'm confused. You say you don't see a what type of man with fat chicks?
You don't see successful men.
Professional men
with fat bitches.
So all fat women are married to guys who are unprofessionals. Is that what you're saying?
Well, low value.
So all fat women have boyfriends or husbands who are low value. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, because you a fat bitch. That's
interesting. Why. That's interesting. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I learned something today. Did you guys know that in the chat that if a woman is fat and has a husband, then that guy is low value? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, well, bro, we appreciate the call, my man. So hopefully.
One more thing.
Go ahead, real quick.
One more thing. Do you like fat bitches?
Yes, I do. I do like fat bitches, and that's only
that's bullshit.
That's only bullshit. No, it's true. It's but the reason why is because I'm low. Bullshit. The reason why is because I'm low value. So you're absolutely correct.
No,
I'm not serious.
No, you like fat bitches. That's bullshit.
No, I do like fat bitches. Who? I'm not joking.
Why you like fat bitches? Why?
Because I like fat women. Because fat women got a lot of pushing for the cushion, or how they say it. It's like a big teddy bear.
Do you not prefer women in shape?
Say that again.
Do you not prefer women in shape?
One more time.
Do you not prefer a woman that in shape?
No, I do prefer a woman in shape, but I do like fat chicks though.
Nah, come on.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. What type of girls do you like?
I like girls who are thick, in good shape, slim thick.
Okay, so do you like girls that are just black women, or you like girls from other races?
All races of women. All races.
Oh,
of women.
so you like different race? So you like different types of women? Is that what you're saying?
All races of women.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. So you can like a different type of race of woman, but I can't like a different size of woman.
That's different.
How's it different?
Any race of woman can be attractive, but not any type of women are attractive.
Why? Says who? Who said the rule that a fat woman can't be attractive to someone?
The sexual marketplace. Five bitches.
What the fuck is the sexual marketplace?
Five bitches don't get attractive.
Where is the sexual marketplace? Can I go there and buy shit? Where is this place? Where's this marketplace at?
You know, five bitches giving low value males. You're giving low value males.
What is the sexual marketplace?
Come on, man. This is the thing. Do you think a fat dude can be as attractive as a dude in shape?
Say that again.
Do you think a fat dude can be attractive looks like a dude in shape?
Bro, I can't hear what you're saying, man. But listen, I appreciate you calling in, brother. But we got to get a few more calls, man. But you can call back you can call back and donate $2 more, and we can make this happen. All right.
Hold on, one more thing.
All right, there we go. We got to get him out of here. Let's go to 734. 734. What's poppin'?
I'll be right back in like 3 minutes, bro.
734. What's good?
Hey, what's up? What's up, bro?
What's going on, bro?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's popping with you?
Yeah, what's up? This is Jamie. I donated.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. I just wanted to say this. Yeah. Always.
What's going on?
I'm gonna make it real quick, but I was gonna say I agree with most of the shit you say, like most of the time. But like, I think that like when it comes to this shit, and first I want to say that nigga always eating a bowl of oatmeal or something when he call and shit. I don't know what the fuck that nigga's got going on and shit. But yeah, I think that there's a component of this shit, like when it comes to looks and shit, that is like objective, because like, you know what I'm saying? Like just like even a shit like social media, TikTok algorithms, like fucking dating app preferences and shit like that. I think there's an objective component to like, okay, women like guys to be taller than them. Women like guys they will prefer that. Of course, it's not the end all be all, but I think like it's a factor for men and for women. So when it comes to looks and shit like that, when it comes to like baddies or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I noticed in my life, like for me, I've dealt with the same type of chicks that I see that are like baddies now that I'm in my 20s. I fuck with those type of chicks when I was in high school, when they were just like regular chicks, you know what I'm saying? So they look the same, but I noticed that like I don't really see those chicks that often. And when I do see those type of chicks, they're usually like in areas of like, I know this is gonna sound like the bullshit, but they're usually in like areas of like wealthy shit. So when it comes down to the shit like that, I think that wealth certainly puts you in a certain area to where you have access to those women, not because of your money, but because those women congregate.
So let me ask you a question. What's well, first of all, you know that subjective means that, or objective means that like we are
objective. I mean subjective.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Objective means that everybody has to agree. You know that, right? So unless everybody agrees, it's not objective.
I don't think it means everybody.
No, that's actually what it means. Like it's like when a person says they say someone's universally attractive. Like that doesn't make any sense, because that would mean that everybody in the universe, everybody has to agree that this person is attractive. But that's one thing. But what I wanted to say is what give me an area that you say that the hot women are at.
Well, so for my situation, right? So I live in like the area where it's like middle class and shit like that. But and I might see like an attractive chick here or there at certain stores, right? But if I go to like a fucking Nordstrom or somewhere like that, or like a higher end, like a Gucci store, some shit like that, and I'm at the mall, I'm like, maybe it's not just how they look, but it's even just the presentation. It's like it's different. They're usually in shape and shit like that. And I noticed in my gym that I work at, it's like a higher end gym. And I work at 2 gyms. The one that's like $10 a month and shit, the bitches there is like, you might see a baddie in there for once or twice. But it's like the bitches that's like really like the fitness model type chicks, the type of chicks that niggas be like gassing up and shit, I see those women like every time I go to work. So that's why I called in previously and told you like those are the women I'm most comfortable talking to because I work around them and shit. You know, see what I'm saying? So I think that when you're in a certain area, right? Like I'm on the border of like where a lot of like, you know, Middle Eastern dudes are at, and a lot of them niggas got money. A lot of their women, to the point of game, a lot of their women come across the street where it's niggas at and they fuck with niggas because the niggas over there only depend on their cars and shit like that.
Right.
So I get what you're saying about that because they got bad bitches, but they cheating on them and shit like that with niggas with less money and shit like that because niggas got game.
Right.
But I feel like in that situation, and from what I've seen, they at least come from those type of environments. Like the women that come from those type of environments are usually more attractive, in my opinion. So if you're a guy,
that's what I'm saying. That's because you're looking at a specific environment. So of course, if you're looking at a specific environment, that's going to cause that. Like, okay, for example, right now I'm in Florida right now, right? Most of the women out here that I'm seeing are fit. And why are they fit? Because it's hot out this motherfucker, and the people are always. I'm right next to the beach, so their environment is going to dictate how you're going to look also, because whatever's going on in society around you is going to dictate how that look is going to be. So it's not necessarily just because of the money. The money could have a you know, an aspect of it, because of course, if a woman looks a certain way or looks better, then she can attract more simps and tricks. You see what I'm saying? So of course, it's advantageous to actually for her to look a certain way to attract a certain guy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But that doesn't mean that you need. But that doesn't mean that you need money to get that girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that's exactly the opposite of what I was saying. I was saying like the opposite. Like you don't need it, and that's the case and example of why. All right, bro. You too, bro. And I was saying that when you're in that situation though, like if I'm in a gym, right? Say if I'm a nigga that's chubby or some shit, right? And I got the bitches that's in the gym that's in shape, and they like niggas that work out and shit. Of course, it's gonna be.
Yo, you still there? Did he cut out? All right, I think he cut out and shit. Yo, you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You got cut out. Say it over again.
Yeah, I was saying, so say like you got niggas that's watching that looks, money, status shit, so they hit the gym,
right?
And they're not focused on game. They're just like, all right, nigga, I'm gonna get as big as possible. It's gonna be niggas like that at the gym, right? And then it's gonna be a fat nigga that's fat as hell, and he don't work out like that, but he got game, he got a mouthpiece. So there's gonna be some cross point where it's a nigga that works out, like I see you been in the gym and shit, and it got game. So I think that the more like you're dealing with, like the more cards you're playing against, or the more cards you have, it helps you.
I agree.
Also, I think the more cards you're playing against, I think that's a factor too. So like if a bunch of niggas with looks, money, status, and all that shit, but they have game go to the same place, and they gravitate towards a certain type of woman, I feel like that woman's perspective is gonna be shaped by the type of niggas that she deals with, like that. So that's why a lot of niggas be like, oh, these tens are all bitches and shit like that. And in my experience, they nice as fuck.
Like, right, but see, that's the thing. If a guy has game, all that looks, money, and status shit is out the window.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I feel like they, in my opinion, they're shaped by the type of men that gravitate towards them. So when a woman is getting exposed to a certain type of nigga and she's being offered all kind of shit, you do have situations where it's a nigga that got all kind of game and she's driving him around. Like the last girl I dated, nigga, I didn't want to take shit from her, but she used to buy me shit and all that type of shit. And I was just a nigga working at the airport when I was working there.
Right.
So, but that was a relationship and shit. So that's different. But I feel like when women are exposed to certain type of environments, it's more for a guy with game to have to factor in. Like he's not gonna think about it, but like if a bitch is dealing with a nigga that's all right, I'm about to fly you to this city or this city, I'm about to fly you out, and then she got another nigga that got game, and he like, bitch, we about to just go to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? It's like that nigga got to have a different level of game, to whereas it's harder for her to make that choice to choose between those in a different situation versus when it's a regular ass nigga that's going against another nigga with game. You see what I'm saying? Like, if a bitch is dealing with a nigga that can fly her out and shit like that, a nigga has to have more game to get that bitch to be like, okay, I'd rather just chill with this nigga than go to Barbados.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Can she do both?
I'm saying, like, if she had to choose, because I think a woman would rather stay with a nigga with game long term than a nigga that's just gonna fly her out.
Well, if she had to choose one, she's gonna choose the option that she sees more beneficial. So if the option of the guy flying her out to a city to do something is more beneficial than hanging out with the other guy, then she's not gonna hang out with the other guy. But if her hanging out with the other guy is more beneficial to her than flying out, she's gonna go with the other guy. So a lot of times guys be thinking, oh well, she's gonna choose the guy that's gonna fly her to Dubai or whatever it is like that over this guy that works at fucking Walmart. That's not true, because she might actually fucking like the guy that works at Walmart, and she may not even like the guy flying her out to Dubai. Yeah. She's just probably going to use him for the plane ticket and go out there and meet her friends and do whatever the fuck. That's what I'm saying. So like at the end of the day, her actions. This is the thing that confuses a lot of guys. Y'all think all women's actions are equal. It's not. You feel what I'm saying? So meaning,
no, I don't think that.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You're the question you're asking, you're making it in the sense of it's all equal when it's not. So that's why I said where a woman could still do both, but not feel the same about why she's doing both of those things. She might not feel the same, as far as for the guys. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, I just don't think it's like, in my opinion, but I don't think it's like, I think everything is on two extremes. Like, you kind of got, you know how niggas think, oh, she's a good girl, she'll never do this, and then you got the hoes that just out here. Niggas say hi to her and she's just on her knees sucking his dick. There's two extremes. So I've never met a nigga that's like it's almost like it's like niggas that got game, but they look like shit, they dress like shit, they broke as fuck, but they got this crazy mouthpiece. And then you got niggas that's got money, but they don't know how to talk to a bitch. I think at some point, if a female is attractive enough, she's gonna run into a nigga that's got both of those. And it's like, that's why we're here learning game, because it's not enough to just get looks, money, status, because other niggas can get that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like the more a woman is exposed to niggas with game, like I always meant to ask this question, and I'm all over the place because I was in the middle of getting my food and shit, but my bad. But do you think it would be easier, no disrespect, let's just take it out of the context, but if you think it would be easier to take a nigga that had the level of game that the niggas on the panel have, it'll be easier to take a woman from them versus the average nigga? Which one do you think would be easier to take on?
You say would it be
like easier? An average nigga's girl, or like
you said would it be easier to take?
So say a nigga. Yeah.
What? Go ahead, say
a nigga is watching y'all show, right?
Right.
Say if a nigga's watching y'all show, right? And he's got some kind of way, he's got the level of game, he's ascended to the level of game y'all got, right? Would you have if you got paid $1 million to take somebody's bitch, would you rather be a nigga would you have a better chance of taking a nigga who's got y'all level of game, taking his bitch, versus a nigga who's an average nigga, like an average fucking swoovy type nigga, you know, whatever the fucking name was that y'all did a reaction to. So you saying that? Which one do you think would be easier?
You saying which one would be easier, to take his girl or to get his girl to leave him or whatever?
Like yeah. Like, which one do you think you would have an easier chance of getting his girl from?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the guy whose game is weaker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like when a woman is more attractive, I think that, first of all, you got to have a certain level of game to know that a bitch, her confidence might be really insecurity. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the shit to go on, you know.
So what I'm trying to understand how you're equating that. So you're saying, what does that have to do with a woman being hotter?
Because I think that women that are more attractive, like, I think there is an objective and subjective components to that. But women that these niggas want, these niggas call in, talking about the baddies and shit like that. A woman like that, she's gonna encounter more men. She's gonna be and she's gonna get to go into places, clubs and shit like that for free that the regular average bitch is not gonna be able to go into. So her likelihood of meeting that type of nigga is gonna be higher, in my opinion, than the likelihood of of a female that's just, you know, she's a regular bitch and she gotta wait in line with the other niggas and shit. So I think her likelihood of dealing with this type of nigga with game is higher. So it's more competition.
So you're saying that it's more competition to get the hotter girl, which makes it harder to get her? Is that what you're saying?
No, not harder, but because it's like a lot of shit that can make it seem harder can also make it easier because she gets more attention, but the attention might not be from.
So I'm confused. I'm trying to understand where you're going with this. I'm really trying to understand like what is, you know what I'm saying? Like what is the
my bad, but look, I'm saying the same way a nigga with game might be harder to get a bitch. A bitch might have a harder time getting a nigga with game to settle down and shit like that. I think the same way a female who's getting exposed to a lot of niggas with game because he's attractive, because she might go to a club or somewhere like that.
Wait, stop. Wait. So wait, how is she getting exposed to a lot of niggas with game though?
If she gets access to places where other bitches can't get access to, I think
right, but that's what I'm saying. But how does that equate to that place have dudes with game?
Because in order to be successful, don't you have to have a certain level of like game in general to go after what you want?
Yeah, like, but that's business success. Like I'm talking about business success is different than relationship success. You could have game in business and have shit game in relationships.
Yeah, I think that's an extreme though. Like
that's not an extreme. That is not. Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, what do you know how to do? Yeah. What do you know how to do well? Tell me something you know how to do well.
Should I do martial arts?
Okay, now.
Yeah, I draw well.
Okay, music. Cool. Now, just because you know how to do martial arts, does that mean that you can go fly a plane tomorrow?
No.
Okay, what does your martial arts skills have to do with learning how to fly a plane? Nothing. So what does your success at work or your career have to do with you know how to fuck with a woman? Nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, it's two different things.
I know. I'm saying, like, in my opinion, I just think that like I said, it's my opinion, but in my experience, like meeting businessmen and shit, most of them are not like, they might have, I've seen it sometimes where niggas carrying a loogie bag and his wife is berating them at the airport and shit, like, you stupid, you this and shit, that type of shit. But I think that like there's a medium to where a man has game and he has success. And I think that the same things that make a man want to learn game also makes him want to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but see, that's the thing. You can be a guy who has game, who's also successful. Mm-hmm. But just because you're successful doesn't mean you have game. That's what I'm trying to say. When I say game, I'm talking about the dating game. That's what I'm saying. Like having game in dating and relationships.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
don't you think, like, if a woman,
Now go ahead.
My bad, bro. It's breaking up and shit. My phone always fucking up. But and I'm gonna let you get the other callers. But I was just saying that I think that women that are going to different places, like you said, Florida, where women are more in shape and shit like that, or anywhere where women are like in higher like society, I think there's a correlation between the level of beauty you see and the level of money there is. Like in my experience, that's what I've seen. So, like they say, the most beautiful women are in Cali and New York and shit like that. I think that's a correlation between money. So if you're got a nigga that's got game, right, and you're going to try to get bitches out there, it's like a 50-50 because you can deal with a bitch that she's only dealt with niggas that had no game and it's easier for you to stand out, or the niggas that have game gravitate more towards those places and want those type of women. So I think that those type of women are more exposed to niggas that have game. That's just my opinion.
Right.
Therefore, making it more competition.
Right, but that's the thing. The what you got to understand is that there's always going to be competition, in a sense, competition, you know, quote unquote, when a guy is you know, interacting with women, because any woman, she don't got to be bad, can get multiple men on the front end, right? So it doesn't even matter. And what you're saying is, as far as like hotter women being in places with more money, of course, because most niggas are simps and tricks. So that's how that's the woman's game. Let me be as hot as I can be so I can attract the sucker. It makes perfect sense. It's a perfect deal. You see what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that woman is exposed to men who have game, because those guys ain't got no fucking game. The women are running the game on them. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Guys without game.
Say that again.
Aren't guys without game, like, don't they think, like, one guy's like, I watch a podcast and shit. Like I said, I'm gonna try not to be too much longer, but I'll watch the podcast and shit like that. Like, cause y'all fuck with them, I can mention them, I guess. Like Fresh and Fit and shit, right? A lot of the shit that the females say, it comes off as, huh?
No, I said shout out to Fresh and Fit. But go ahead. What you saying?
You said what, bro?
No, I just said shout out to Fresh and Fit.
A lot of the shit they say on there, I got you. A lot of the shit they say on there comes off as confidence, but if you listen to it, a certain people can tell that it's just insecurity that they're saying, that they think they're saying, or how they carry themselves. So a nigga without game, I feel like he would be like intimidated by what she's saying and think that, oh, she would never look at a nigga like me because she's got all this confidence. But a nigga with game would be able to see through that. So how are these niggas? How are these like simp ass niggas? And I've seen it before, but I don't know how common that shit is. How are these like weak simp ass niggas are even approaching these bitches like that if they're intimidated by them? And if they're not intimidated, don't they have to have a level of game to, like, you know what I'm saying? Unless the women are preying on them, like trying to purposely get them to trick.
No, I'm confused by some of your questions because I'm trying to see where you're going with it. So you're saying how are these guys that are simps getting these women?
Yeah, like if I feel like a nigga with zero game or with weak game,
okay,
he won't even approach a bitch that's bad as fuck. Right?
Okay,
because he's gonna assume that she's confident. So I think that if a nigga's going up to a bitch like that, unless he's just literally saying, "Hey, let's go out, let me fly you out," like just literally saying that in person, I think that nigga has to have some type of confidence or something, even if it's fake, just to talk to that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of niggas that just look.
I'm totally confused.
Don't you think so? Don't you?
Wait, I'm gonna ask this one question, and I'm gonna move on to the next person. So are you saying? So I want to know: is your question? How are these guys who are not confident and who are supposedly simps getting these women? Is that what you're asking?
Well, I was saying, like, how are they? Is it really that common that a nigga with zero game or weak game is gonna just get a regular ass, like, get like a attractive baddie, whatever? If it's not like purely transactional, like, how is he talking to her? How is he?
I agree with you. Yeah, it's most. That's what I'm saying. It mostly is transactional. I agree with that. Yeah, it is mostly transactional, in the sense of what can you do for me, and I'm just gonna be here and be a woman. You see what I'm saying? That's basically what it is.
Okay.
So that's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
I just thought you. Yeah, I got you. I thought you were just saying, like, earlier when you said this, they might be beating ass or something. I think that was something that came on the back end. Like, maybe she starts doing that, but like, I feel like a nigga, if he's gonna approach a bitch like that, she kind of has to bring that shit out of him, or it's revealed over time. Like, I think he has to have some type of confidence to come at her and ask her out on a regular ass date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he has to do something. He has to do something. But what I'm saying is this: those guys, you have to understand, is that the woman is running she's running the whole show. You understand? Just like even when dudes were talking about choosing signals a lot of times women will give guys choosing signals because she knows he's a sucker. She knows he's scared. She knows he's a simp. She knows he's a trick. So you ever saw the movie Hustlers with Jennifer Lopez?
I got the general premise of it, yeah. Right.
So it's like these strippers and they go and fucking, fuck with these dudes and take them for their money and all this other shit. So when guys are naive, women, they're going to take over the situation and become more of the aggressor. And because these guys don't understand game, they're stupid enough to think, oh, this girl likes me. And oh, wow, I met this awesome girl. She's so hot and this and this and that. And then he gets played. That's what happens a lot of times. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, bro, I appreciate the call, my brother. I got to get a few more of these before I head up out of here, man. Appreciate it, bro. All right, man. Shout out to him. But he was all over the place. I was really trying to get it, but I was like, where's he going with it? A lot of this shit. I was trying, man. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying. Let's go to 646. 646 was popping with this.
How are you, Mr. Locario? I'm tech support. My name is Sanjay.
This nigga stayed on the line. Get
out of here, you damn nigga!
All right, let's go to, I think this is Monogamous Player. What's popping, bro?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Mr. Carter, man? You already know that I donated.
Appreciate it.
Right. Yes, sir.
What's good?
Oh, yes, sir. I just wanted to say two things. I'm going to be real quick. And shout out to the last caller, whatnot. But the one thing I just wanted to give him on advice about, and this advice to a lot of guys, I feel like when it comes to like the dating game, I feel like guys are worried about too much stuff that's outside of them versus just only worried about how a female treats you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's worried about how females treat. Well, why females do this with simps and why females do this with players and why, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like, and I've been through that before where I'm worried about everything that a female is doing outside of me, but that's not going to get you nowhere. That's only going to have you confused and going in circles with theories and shit rather than actually living the truth. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that you need to focus on is how are women treating me? If women are treating me good generally, then I must be doing something right. If women are dissing me or not treating me good generally, then maybe I need to change something or whatever. But that's all you need to focus on. And another thing, Mr. Locario, I want to make a comment about yesterday, the video that y'all had yesterday about the guy, and he basically had a whole game plan of how to get a woman and stuff like that.
Right.
I used to make this mistake, Locario. Guys think that just because a woman agrees with them means that they are sexually attracted to him.
Right.
So the fact that that girl was agreeing with him, like, oh yeah, sure. He's thinking that he's saying everything right. But she don't even realize that all it takes is for a guy that girl is sexually interested in to actually do what she want to do. You know what I'm saying? Or actually move quicker than all this game plan stuff. And then another thing, Mr. Locario, when it comes to all this game planning and, I'm going to talk to the girl 5 different times and build rapport and stuff like that, guys got to understand a woman already consents that you like her.
Right.
Or that you're interested in her. You see what I'm saying? Because why else would you talk to her?
Exactly.
So sometimes, but guys got to understand, of course, a lot of women want you to make the first move. But if you take too long to make the first move, then that actually can tear down the potential interest that she possibly have towards you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, in his cases, the girls probably, was kind of interesting to him at first, but each time that she saw him and he was being very indirect, she's realizing like, okay, he don't know how to take the situation forward. So
exactly.
I'm just gonna play with him and get whatever I want to get out of him or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? And
right.
Another thing that Miles said, and I agree with this. See, and another thing, Mr. Locario, that game plan stuff yesterday that guy was talking about, this is a guy that's single, that's focused on one girl.
Right.
That's why I respect what Miles was saying. Fail quick. Like Mr. Locario, back in the day when a girl used to say, oh, I'm not interested, right when she said that, I'm automatically not interested no more.
Exactly.
I'm automatically moving on.
Exactly.
So I'm not even thinking about her no more. I'm already to the next chick. And even if she's being wishy-washy or she might say next, I'm still already to the next chick because I'm single and that's what I do. I talk to multiple chicks. So I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. But a woman can feel that energy. She can feel when okay, I'm dealing with a real man that's doing da-da-da versus, a simp. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
I just really feel like yesterday that game plan he was talking about, that's just what simps do. And you're doing all of that to basically still get a no or still get a rejection. So I'd rather get a rejection in the first 60 seconds or 6 minutes than the next 6 months. So that's all I want to say, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you, my brother. All right, let's go to 470 and then 732. 470 is popping. Who this?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. My brother, did you donate?
Oh, yes, I did. My name is Al.
What's going on?
I have a dilemma here. I'm an older guy in his 40s, and I've been around, I've dated and stuff like that. I was divorced, and then so I've been out of the dating market for a while, and I just got back in about maybe a year ago or so. My question is this: when you're older and you're like established, a lot of the women out here, I've noticed, they kind of tend to view you as being like a meal ticket, or like like you need money to get with them. I don't know if it's just me because I'm older, but I like younger women, let's say like in their late 20s, 30s, and it seems like they kind of look at you like you're like what's the word? What's it called? Oh, sugar daddy. So
well, that's because
I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or.
So where you meeting these women? Where you meeting these women?
Okay, sometimes I would go to the bar. Other times, when I'm when I'm shopping someplace, I'll go and I'll talk to somebody, and we'll start up a conversation, and then they'll ask what I'm doing, and they say sometimes they'll just come out and tell me, hey, I'm looking for a sugar daddy or someone that's going to take care of me and my bills and stuff like that.
So hold on. Wait. Hold on. When you're at the bar, when you meet a woman, what do you say to her? What's the first thing you say to her?
I just walk up to her and say, hey, how you doing? My name is Al. and then we'll start talking. I'll ask her name. We'll start talking. Like, they don't come out and say that immediately. We'll have a conversation, and then
what is she? Hold on. What is she asking you in the conversation?
Okay, we'll be talking, and she'll ask me, like, what do you do? And I tell them, actually, I do import export. Oh yeah.
Okay, so wait. Okay, stop right there. That's why she's looking at you as a sugar daddy. Because she's asking you.
What do you mean, like?
She asks you what you did, and then you're telling her what you do. See, when you talk to women, you're supposed to. Okay, look, when you talk to women, right? You're supposed to make it sexual. And the reason why you make it sexual is because you want them to know that you're trying to make it sexual. So when you're not making it sexual, what they're seeing is, oh, so you're not the type of guy who knows how to actually interact with me to get me on this track of talking about sex. You're the type of guy that's going to tell me what you do when I ask. So now that you're telling me what you do when I ask, I know you're not the type of guy who knows how to flirt, who knows how to build sexual tension, and I'm saying this is subconscious shit. You understand? You're not the type of guy who knows how to flirt, build sexual tension, do all other stuff. So what are you? You're the type of guy who doesn't know how to deal with women. So since you're not the type of guy to know how to deal with women, you're going to be my sugar daddy. So if you're talking to a girl and she says, what do you do? Right? You say, I do sexy fucking young women like you in the ass. And I make them come 10 times a day. You see what I'm saying? So now at that point, there ain't no sugar daddy talk. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we talking about fucking. But as soon as you say, well, I do export and import and I make this amount of money. Oh, so cool. Give me money. You see what I'm saying? You see two different types of conversations?
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Man, that's good, yeah. How much is your Bad Boy membership?
It's
I want to, because I'm new to your
$97 a month.
Content, whatever. I hear you talk about.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, what?
$97 a month. Make sure you get on there now. You understand what I'm saying? Because the price is going up. Going up next year. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you get on there ASAP. You feel me? But just talk. You got to talk to them sexual, bro. Don't start doing all this regular fucking talk and have them telling you about, you telling them about your job and all the corny shit that's going on. And then they start to look at you like, oh, I'm going to take advantage of this motherfucker. You have to lead and direct the conversation, and always lead and direct the conversation to sex so that she knows that you're not the type of guy she can take advantage of. You feel what I'm saying? But I appreciate the call, my brother. All right, let's go to 732 and then 949. 732, what's popping? Who this?
What's good, Mr. Locario? It's Rashawn from Jersey. I donated.
Appreciate it. What's going on? What's popping?
All right, man. I heard the caller before monogamous play, I think. He was talking about, I think he was basically saying, all these badass women are in these little high-end places, and they're being got. So doesn't that mean these men have game that's getting them? See,
no,
now,
not at all.
This is similar to a thought that I had all my teenage life. I thought just because a nigga had a good ass looking bitch, or he had hoes, or he was fucking a lot, that means he just knew what he was doing all together.
Right.
And just like Locario always say, that don't mean shit. Look, getting the pussy is way easier than maintaining a woman.
Right.
It's way easier. A bitch will fuck you because she bored. Right. A bitch will fuck you because she like how you walk and how you talk. It's just a matter of you being a bitch about it or not. Or, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, of course, that's the thing. Like, he's thinking the previous caller that I'm referring to. He's thinking of from a man's mindset.
Right.
We only like women for sex and probably a couple other things. Women will be around us for millions of things.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So it's just, when I heard that, I'm like, man, his head is all fucked up. Nah, there's no. I would say, in my opinion, when a woman is being spoken to a lot of guys, if you want to call it competition, quote unquote, it's just the fact that there's other guys. Not competition. You got a whole bunch of players.
Exactly.
It's never gonna be like that.
Right. Exactly.
Society don't want men to have it like that. Society don't want men to have it like that.
That's facts.
So, but that's all I got to say.
I appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate the call, man. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of guys got to understand, man. I'm telling you, women, listen, women settle too. You got to understand that. Women settle too. Like, don't think just because, see, like, just because you see a chick with a dude doesn't necessarily mean she's with him because, like, oh my God, like I love this guy, he's amazing. But no, she's like, well, he's here, he could do some things for me right now, and I'll fuck with him now until something better comes along, and some placeholder shit. Let's go to 949. What's popping? Who this?
Hello.
Yo, what's going on? What's popping? Who's this?
Hey, what's up, Locario? How you doing, man? I donated.
Appreciate it. What's going on? What's popping?
I just had a quick question. I was just curious if there's like if there's a difference between like approaching girls in like a high end city and like a city that's like kind of like more middle class or something like that.
You said, is there a difference?
Yeah, because I think like the woman that live around this area kind of stuck up where I live. That's, you know what I mean?
What makes you think they stuck up?
I mean, stuck, like, not, how do I say it? Like, just, I think it's a very, like, the way they behave is like antisocial. Like, it's a very antisocial city. And like,
what city you in? What city you in?
Huh?
What city you in?
Orange County, like California.
You say it's an antisocial city? So nobody in your city socializes.
Say it again?
So nobody in the city socializes?
No, they socialize. Just everyone's kind of like, how to say, it's like sensitive. You know what I mean? Like where I live.
How are they sensitive?
Like I just think that like they how do you say it, like when I approach girls, like they'll like, they won't say much, like they'll say hi, or, you know what I mean, they'll talk a little bit, but then like they're just already, I could see like the way they're behaving, they're just trying to get out of the interaction quickly, but I see that a lot.
So is it your city or is it you?
like yeah, because I live on the more affluent side of Orange County. You know what I mean?
So I mean, it can be your city, because I'm sure people over there are getting together and dating and hanging out, right? So what's going on with you where you feel like, so you're not getting no play, no action in your area?
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that, you know what I mean, I'm not blaming it on that. I know that I'm the main equation, like me. Me approaching them, I know that I have things to work on too. I'm not blaming it on, the area I live in. I just mean, like, I'm just talking about like things helping me with my situation. Like I'm just trying to identify the things that can help me with my situation.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. How many women a day do you like approach and talk to?
Not many, man. So I mean, I know that's an issue too.
Okay, so that's the thing. Are you getting coaching for dating and relationships?
I mean, I go to YouTube and I watch you, and you know what I mean, a few. I don't watch like 100 people. I watch probably like 4 different people, 5 different. I just have certain people I listen to, but you're definitely one of them. I've fucked with you for like over a year. I just think that. I think that I just have to get past, what's holding me back.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You got to invest in yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Meaning you got to invest in getting coaching, and you got to invest in putting in the work, because none of this shit you talking is going to help you unless you're actually doing the stuff. So it's not your city. It's not the women being stuck up. All of this stuff that's going to change needs to happen within you first, and then everything else is going to start to change. You're going to be like, oh shit, all of a sudden these girls aren't as stuck up anymore. Isn't that weird? You feel what I'm saying? But it's because you changed. So what it is, bro, is that you got to hit me up for some coaching, or hit up somebody else for some coaching, so that you can actually start getting coaching and taking action, bro. That's another thing too. Because you guys say, like, I've heard you guys say in the past that, the best way to invest in a woman is invest in yourself. Exactly. I've heard you guys say that a lot. Exactly. So that's what you got to do, brother.
I focus with that. I just go on.
Yeah. So what you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, and that's another thing too, because I'm still a young cat. I'm 20, 21, so I'm still a young cat. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean.
And this is the perfect time, bro. This is the perfect time. You young, you got energy. You feel what I'm saying? So So this is the thing. Even if you don't got the money now, go out there and do shit. Like if you're watching enough videos, right, you should take action and go do stuff. Like you should be out here talking to women, interacting with women, making this shit happen because you're young now. You see what I'm saying? So it's easier when you're young. So if you starting now and you're doing what you need to do, then you know what I'm saying? You should be tight sooner than later and you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? So don't be sitting there, you know, because I don't want to see you, you know, starting some fucking YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying, talking about MGTOW and Red Pill and all this other shit, and it's gonna be a wrap for your ass. So you know what I'm saying? So make sure.
Yeah, you're right.
So hit up myself, hit up anybody on that Real Game No Theory, and get some coaching, my brother. All right. Appreciate the call, bro. Do you want to? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong shit. I wanted to press do it on him.
Do it.
Guys, gotta get coaching.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Don't let your dreams be dreams, people.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it.
Just do it.
Make your dreams come true. Just do it.
Facts. Okay. So make sure you guys just do that fucking thing, right? Let's go to 734. 734.
Yo, I donated again, bro. My bad. I'm gonna make this one quick because I just want to clear myself up.
Go ahead.
I was doing a bunch of shit. I was doing a bunch of bullshit. So, but all I was saying is I thought that women that are more attractive, they have a higher likelihood of running into niggas with game. Therefore, if you got game, you got more competition when you're dealing with those women.
Oh no,
that's
no. That's not the case. That's not the case. Well, you got to understand something. Guys who have game, who have really tight game, are rare. You understand what I'm saying? So they're not going to run into a lot of that.
Right.
You see what I mean? So what happens is, it's why I tell guys that if you understand game and you learn game and the game is tight, you're going to be at an advantage more than every other guy, most guys out there. You see what I'm saying? This is why when guys call in and they talk about, you know, looks, money, and status, I always laugh because I'm like, yo, all of that shit makes you average because any guy can look good to a woman. You understand? And when I say any guy can look good, meaning that your look that a woman likes, there's a bunch of other niggas that look like your look that she can like. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with your money. Same thing with in status, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. All those things is multiple guys that can have that, but multiple guys can't be you. They can't be who you actually are. They can't bring what you can actually bring to the table into the situation. And so that's the thing where a lot of guys, they fall short on. So therefore, a lot of women are not going to be able to, you know, experience that. You see what I'm saying? So that's the good thing about having game. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just thought this is my last comment because my shit about to die anyway. But excuse me, my bad. I'm about to. I don't know if you were gonna do a collab with him or whatever. So I ain't gonna say his name. But you mentioned him before, and I'll usually watch his channel. But you're gonna know what I'm talking about. He said he was talking about how you only men with game and only men at his level deal with only dimes and shit like that. So I'm thinking like, all right, when the bitches is at that level, these are the type of niggas that's around these type of bitches. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of thought that shit was true because I noticed, like I said, a lot of the regular chicks that I used to fuck with in high school, a lot of them bitches got like rich nigga boyfriends and shit like that. So I'm like, that shit might be true that once a bitch is bad, she only is around like niggas that got all their shit together. Like if she's, you know what I'm saying? That's what I thought.
But having your shit together don't mean you got game. Like,
no, I don't mean just money. I'm talking about like all bases. They got game, they got money. I was thinking they were more common than like you're saying.
Oh no, that ain't that.
Like,
ain't
I was thinking.
But dudes who always talking about, yo, all the chicks that I fuck with is dimes. That means they haven't been with a lot of women. Now, if they haven't been with a lot of women, cool. But if a nigga been with a lot of women, he ain't fucking with only dimes. You understand what I'm saying? Impossible.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it's impossible on a mathematical level, because whatever you think a dime is already going to be so rare that you're not going to be able to see it all the time unless you're just expanding what you think as a dime. You feel what I'm saying? But most of it is if you have usually what a guy considers a dime is a specific type of woman. And so because it's even a specific type of woman, that means that she's rare, which means that there's not a lot of it out there. You see what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah.
So it's just
All
like,
right. I got you.
the dude say that, it's just funny to me. But anyway, yo, man, I appreciate the call, my brother. I'm going to holler at you, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to 720, then 646, and then we're going to head up out of here because I gotta go and shit. So let's go to 720. What's popping? Who's this?
What up? What up? It's the Big Bad Wolf from the chat.
What's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
I donated, man. Let's hear for them kids.
All right. What's good?
What's good, man? Hey, at the CME, we were talking about being that rare dude when you gave your speech.
Mm.
And you were saying how when you're coming up, the women that are following you and they're being consistent with everything you're trying to do,
right?
You bring them up with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like with my current situation, do I give her like chores, little things around the house, and then as I'm growing in my personal business and things that I'm trying to do or read certain books, do I give her that game too? Is that what you're talking about?
Wait, say that again.
So you were at the CME. You were talking about bringing the woman up with you as you're coming up, right? Being that rare dude. So like right now I'm working on my business and I read certain books to improve myself and in business as well. So do I give her the game that I'm taking in, and then I get coached up by you and Miles from?
Well, yeah, that's what you should do if she's worth it, though. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't just give a chick game and information and all this attention until she's proven that she's worth getting it. So what happens is that she still has to prove over time and be vetted to be worth getting that. So you don't just want to give a woman things, because remember, anything that you give a woman is elevating her. So now when you elevate her,
right,
what happens is she's on another level. When she's on that other level, she can't go anywhere below that level. And what that means is that with you and in the interaction, she can't go anywhere below that level. So that means that if she does, or you bring her below that level, that's where you get drama. So this is why you got to be careful when you're even giving women certain things, certain tasks, giving them certain type of attention, information, all this other stuff. Because what happens is, like, for example, if, like, let's say, for example, I meet a girl at a bar and, we hook up, right? And then like we go to a hotel or whatever, or I go to her crib and I smash and I bounce, whatever. And then I tell her to come through to my crib next week and we have sex again. And then I have her spend a night, right? Now, let's say the next week I hit her up and I say, yo, come through and fuck. And then we fuck and I say, you got to go home. And she's going to be like, well, why can't I spend a night? See, now, because I let her spend a night last week, now she has entitlement of, well, I spent the night before. What's the big deal? How come blah, 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 blah? You see what I'm saying? So because I gave her something too early, now she doesn't want to go below that, or she feels like she's entitled to that or more. You see what I'm saying? So same thing happens with anything you're giving them. So yeah, you can bring her on the way up, but she has to be worth what you're giving her at a specific time. So you don't want to give her too much too soon, but as she's going along with your program, then you can do more shit for her and give her more things. You see what I'm saying?
Right. As long as you're consistent, she'll be consistent with you. You don't want to be like wishy-washy and say, yeah, you can stay the night, and then switch up on the following weekend and say, no, you can't stay the night. Like you got to be, say, hey, this is what I meant. This is where I'm coming from. Go from there.
Right. And and shit like that, you don't want to spend a night anyway until they're your girl, or they've, you know what I'm saying, been with you for a while to where they're getting that type of attention and energy from you. So what it is, you want to always slowly, and I talk about this on the Bad Boy membership, I talk about how to vet a woman and stuff like that. You want to slowly give a woman time, attention, energy, upgrading her mind, all that other stuff. Slowly give it to her as time goes on, because she has to prove to you through time and consistency and cooperation and all this other stuff that she's worth all of the things that you're going to give her. Because essentially what you're doing is, if you're that type of guy who's on point, you're actually changing her life. You see what I'm saying? You're giving her information and knowledge that most motherfuckers don't have and wouldn't even give if they were, could, because they just thinking about pussy. You feel what I'm saying? So now, and this creates a stronger attachment, right? This creates a stronger attachment between you and the chick. You see what I'm saying?
Right. because that's what I'm getting right now. She's like, you're that rare guy, because I've never received this type of energy from any other dude. So I was like, all right. So everything that I'm learning from you and Miles and on the Bad Boy membership, get on that Bad Boy membership, by the way, if you haven't. But yeah. So I like it. Thank you, Locario, man. Keep up the good work, and I appreciate the advice, man.
Appreciate it, my brother. I'm a holla. Peace.
Peace.
All right. So let's go to last call, 646, and then I'll get a few questions and we out of here. 646 was popping. Who this?
It's Shia. What's good?
Oh, shit. Shia, what's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
Yeah, to the Cash App.
What's good, man? So what's popping?
So quick question. How long should you wait before like disclosing personal information to a chick you're dating? Like for example, you know, if you're dating a chick, let's say for 9 months in my case, about 8-9 months. And for me, I just kind of gotten really busy with work and specifically my business. And, you know, things is a little bit rough right now. So I'm trying to focus more on building myself back where I need to be. So I'm not going to have as much time to go out on dates, et cetera, et cetera. So do I say, hey, my business is doing X, Y, and Z, so I can't see you as much? Like, how do I explain that to her if I'm dating and we're not really there yet as an official boyfriend, girlfriend?
Miles said he be asking the same question every time.
Nah, Miles. Nah, I never asked this question, Miles.
Wait, hold on. Shia. Wait. So this is a girl you've been seeing for 9 months, and then so you want to like stop seeing her? You want to see her less? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, in terms of just a conversation, like, hey, I'm a little bit busy now. You know.
Okay, stop.
Like,
stop,
is that enough?
Stop.
I mean,
hold on, stop. Let's get to the real issue, though. Hold on. So you ain't really feeling her like that anymore. Is that the situation? See?
Nah. She's cool. Nah. Honestly speaking, she's cool. She's cool. She's been consistent. But I personally, I'm just doing my own thing, you know, in my own world, and I'm just busy. That's it.
You ain't feeling this chick, bro. This is the thing, man. Okay, let me ask you this.
That's not true, bro.
Let me ask you this. So it's been 9 months. So how often do y'all get together and shit?
I mean, probably like once a week, sometimes twice, but definitely like once a week.
So once a week is too much for you to get your shit, your work done and all that?
Well, no, but hold up, Locario. I'm not just talking to her though. You know, like there's other people that here and there that I may see throughout the week. So it's one for her, then maybe 2 or 3 other people.
Okay.
Throughout the week.
And how often? How long do you hang out with her once a week?
If I do, it'll be for some hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. You know.
So are you saying this to all the other girls?
Nah, well, I don't care about them like that because, you know, I haven't been really with them as long and as consistent. Yeah.
So wait, okay. So then if you're not consistent with other girls or it's nothing, then it's still like she's the more consistent one, which means it's still once a week, which means you still have 6 days a week to do whatever the fuck you want to do, right?
True, but you keep in mind, you know, things. Sometimes you have a rotation. So the chick I was talking to 5 months ago is not the same chick I'm talking to now. Is women come and go. So it's still always new woman coming into the picture.
Right. So this is what I'm saying.
And then, you know, though, you have.
So this is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it sounds like you losing interest in her. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if it was just about your time, then you wouldn't be really adding any more women. You see what I'm saying? Because you would be like, well, okay, I don't have time because I got shit to do. So why am I even adding women, or why am I juggling all these other women? right? Because if it was a case of time, then it would be like, okay, well, I got to cut back on her and other women I'm fucking with. But you're still fucking with other women, which means you still are choosing to have time to fuck with other women because you want to fuck with other women. Or I should say you want to fuck with women. So therefore, if you want to fuck with women, why not this woman you've been fucking with? That's the question we need to ask. You see what I'm saying? That's the real issue. Because that's what I want to get to. Like, why? Like, what is it about her that you're saying, damn, I got to fall back from her? Like, why not? Like, tell me another girl you fucking with right now that you've been seeing. Like, what's another girl you've been fucking with?
I mean, there's a Spanish chick. She was actually a customer at where I'm working at now.
Okay, how long you been seeing this woman?
I don't know if that's...
How long you been seeing her?
Honestly, for about like 2-3 weeks.
Okay, so you on cut her back too?
Well, I've only seen her like once in 2 weeks, so it's not really that much. It's
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. If you're seeing her once in 2 weeks, you see the other girl once a week, then why don't you just tell this girl I'll see you once every 2 weeks, the 9-month girl?
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so then just do that. But what I just really want to see, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it because I'm like, do you really? Because at first I'm like, oh, you're busy, so you ain't got enough time to be seeing this girl. But then you're saying you're seeing other girls. So I'm like, well, then if you're seeing other girls, then that means that you still want to fuck with women, but there's something about this one you ain't trying to fuck with. That's what I'm saying. It just sounds like you ain't really, there's something about this one. There's something going on, Shy. You ain't telling us. There's something going on. Like, do you feel like you feel like you put in too much time? You feel like she's too clingy now? Like, what's going on?
I mean, she is definitely a little bit clingy for sure. And she's definitely, pushing for a relationship, which I'm still just taking my time. Mm-hmm. But and too, she got some good money, and I'm trying not to really, I don't know. I'm just trying not to put out too much, honest. I'm really trying to take my time.
Wait, hold on. Is this the same girl that took you on a trip or some shit? Or you said she paid for some stuff?
Nah, I never went on no trip with any girl.
Okay, I must have been mistaken or whatever. But you said she got some good money, so she's been investing some shit into you, right?
She wants to, but she said under the conditions that I'm just with her. So I'm like, I don't know about that.
See, so you trying to tell me for 9 months you've only been seeing her like once or twice a week?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been seeing her. It's been consistent. It's been consistent.
Have y'all been spending the night?
I'll be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
How long y'all been spending the night for? How many times? You would say around.
How many times? I mean, at least more than half of the times I see her.
Oh, damn.
I'll spend the night and I'll leave in the morning, or she'll spend the night and she'll leave the next day or something.
Damn. Oh, Shia. Damn, bro. You about to get some drama in your life.
I mean, I know I made some mistakes. I know I made some mistakes.
yo, just promise me when you talk to your chick, I need you to do that laugh with her. Be like, listen, girl, I'm gonna need to see you a little less. I need you to do that.
Shit, man.
Because Shia, like, see, Miles said that you got some bad management skills. See, this is what's gonna cause drama.
That's true.
This is what's gonna cause drama.
Be true. That could be, yeah. I mean, I see that.
See, and it's. I'm glad you brought this up because this is very important. This is very important for you guys to understand. Everybody's watching. Like I said earlier, a woman can't go backwards, or else there's going to be drama. So you have to be careful about the way you move forward with a woman if you don't want to move forward. Like, meaning, like, if you like, damn, okay, I've been sleeping with her, spending the night. We've been going on a bunch of dates, but now, I only want to see her like once a month. Now, that makes sense if she did something fucked up, because then you could demote her. But if she didn't do it, did she do anything wrong at all? Or anything? Did she disrespect you?
Not outrageous. You know, just normal jealousy stuff. You know, like yeah. You
Okay.
ain't call me. You ain't call me in a day.
Oh, see,
you know, like just stuff like that.
See?
That yeah.
See, already that she's already so hooked, and now you're like, damn, I want to fall back, and basically you're like, shit, what do I do? So, Shy, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna have to let her know what it is, but you're gonna have to deal with all that drama. That's all it is. You got to deal with the drama. That's just part of the situation right now, bro. Because she gonna be like, why?
Got you.
I thought we were heading somewhere, and did you tell her you love her?
Nah. No. I haven't said those words in that shit. I don't even know if I ever said those words.
Did she say she loved you?
She said that. She did say that.
Oh,
I will be honest. She did say that.
Damn.
I didn't say that.
Jesus
I didn't repeat it back, but
Christ.
she did say that.
Jesus, mouse and press the button. Yo, Shy, when are you gonna put a ring on it and just call it a day, man? Just you know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't gonna put a ring on it, dude.
Bro,
No.
you already went full steam ahead, bro. You're doing too much, man. You're doing too much. Listen, I'm telling you. Listen. I'm telling you. Look, if you want to fall back, you can fall back. You can do what you want to do. Just be prepared for the drama. That's all I'm saying. But remember, you brought this on yourself. That's what we're trying to tell you. You got it. Wait. Oh yeah, K Zagan asked the most important question. Are you hitting it raw?
I God damn it! Why you gotta put me on the spot, man? I'm not gonna lie. At first, I wasn't, but it did transition to that.
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna be honest.
So you're hitting it raw.
Oh, hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm keeping it 100%.
So Shy, you hitting it raw. You spending the night. Y'all doing a bunch of cuddling, right? Y'all cuddle and all that shit, right?
The cuddle.
Yeah.
I mean, of course we hug. Like what? Like come on.
No, I'm saying okay. And y'all going a bunch of dates, correct?
I mean, either I go by her, we go to the beach, the park. You know, it just depends. You know, different stuff. Yeah.
Listen, Shia, and so what do you want to happen now? You want to tell her, I got a lot of shit going on. I just want to like not see each other as much. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah, pretty much. Just reduce the time. That's it. What's the time,
Shia? How much time you want to see her? Is she gonna ask you all these questions?
I don't know.
You can't say I don't know.
Once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks.
Once or twice a month.
Once or twice a month. Okay. Oh, this is what I'm saying. You got to know specifically, because understand the drops. There's going to be a lot of emotion and drama in the situation. But if you are specific, at least it'll be not as bad. Meaning, because at least she can say, okay, well, you're being specific about what it is. But if you go in there like, I don't know, well, I just feel like I need some time, it's gonna make it worse. You feel what I'm saying? But this is why you got to figure out what you really want to do, and you have to actually be on. This is why we tell you guys to take it slow with the process of vetting, because a lot of y'all jump in so quick. Y'all get to this point and then y'all want to pull back, and then you wonder why the chick be acting fucking wild and crazy. And it's because y'all did too much. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You gotta make sure that you just brace yourself for the drama and just let her know what it is. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts. I mean, I understand my mistake, so I mean, I understand. So
and for them new,
I ain't gonna act like I don't know what I did. I know what I did.
Right. And for the new chicks, don't make the same mistake with them that you did with this woman. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So listen, this is the thing. This is the thing. When you when you go in there, just be like, listen, I know we've seen each other once or twice a week. I'm really busy and I still want to see you. Right. And But what I want to do is I want to cut it down to twice a month. And then you got to make sure you do the laugh right after that. You feel what I'm saying? So she knows you're serious. Miles said,
Right.
Miles said, he said, when you go on dates, who suggests the dates?
No, I always plan the dates. I set up the date, me.
He said, sorry, so he's planning the date. So, bro, that's what I'm saying. You got to just embrace the fucking, drama that's going to happen. Because there's going to be some form, and I want you guys to understand it. There's always going to be some form of drama when you take it this far and then want to pull it back. So be careful when you take it, guys. You feel what I'm saying? All right.
Got you. Thank you. Appreciate it,
bro. All right, man. I'm holler. Peace. Man, he gonna hit it with the Shia laugh. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy. That's Miles said that's even worse. Yo, that's crazy, man. Oh my goodness. All right, let me answer some of these questions real quick and I'm gonna head up out of here. Why is everyone against learning? Why is everyone against learning game? Cause man, they gotta actually do shit. Nobody wants to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want to learn no fucking game, man. Shit. Niggas just want to, turn up. You know what I'm saying? So there are hot chicks that do shit for you, non-existent or something I'm not following. What? Wait, so are hot chicks that do shit for you non-existent? No, there's hot chicks that'll do shit for you. I'm not saying that hot chicks won't do nothing for you. What I'm saying is that you could be in a lot of guys think her being hot is the end all be all. And sometimes all she has is her hotness to offer you. And then so you're like, okay, this girl's hot, but so like I already fucked her a few times. And imagine the sex is okay. So what else is there? You know what I'm saying? He said, but how soon do you mention sex to not give her a pervert vibe? When should I bring it up? Bring it up as soon as possible. You're only a pervert if she's not attracted to you. About the other day's question, yes, I wanted to know if you're not living in the moment, is your game taking a huge L? Well, I'll say this: you're not living in a moment. You're taking a huge L because you're not really living. You know what I'm saying? You're not here. You're somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So it's always good to live in that moment and just enjoy what's going on. Said if you get better at game and get your game tight, can you bag your ex again if you holler? You could, but if your game is that tight, you wouldn't want her back. When is the best time to meet your girlfriend's parents? It just is, as long as she's your girl, then it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? So as long as she's been vetted and she's your girl, and it's like, whatever, we can make this happen. On dates, a lot of women ask me, when was your last relationship? Does it even matter to answer that question because I'm just trying to smash? And should I even answer that question? Hold on. Gotta hit you with that. And 717, I'm going to get to you real quick before we go. TMJ5, I want you to look at your question again. You said on dates, a lot of women always ask me, when was your last relationships? You said on dates, a lot of women ask you, when was your last relationship? Does it even matter to answer the question because I'm just trying to smash? So if you're just trying to smash, why are you on dates? Think about that. If you're just trying to smash, why are you on dates? See, you're fucking up already. So learn how to smash if you just want to smash. That's your real issue right there. How much should you talk to a woman when you first meet her, like once a week or a couple of times to set up the meeting? Well, yeah, when you're first dealing with a chick, you just hit her up to set up dates. You ain't got to be talking to her on the phone, asking her how her day was, all that other goofy shit. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's go to King Lee. Said, could you elaborate on what to do when a girl says, what are we? Should I just throw away the situation or is there a way to fix it? Well, if a girl says, what are we? Then what you got to understand is either you're doing too much to make her think it's something more than it is, or she's the type of chick that's trying to rush a situation because she wants a title. Either way, it's not a good thing. So if you're doing too much, then understand you got to, that's your fault for doing that much. So just remember, when you're dealing with women, don't do too much too soon, right? But if a chick is like, what are we, right? And that's the type of chick who's probably just looking for a position in a situation. So if she wants that position in a situation, you let her know, hey, listen, this is how you can get a position or a situation with me. And you let her know that she got to get vetted. What's your take on friends with benefits? Awesome. Friends with benefits is great. How did you get into the game, and who was your first mentor and your first influence? Well, I'll say this. I remember, it's interesting. I remember back in the day, one of my good friends, I was probably, I can't remember. I was young, maybe like 13, 14, 15 or some shit. And I remember we used to this is around the time back in the day, some of y'all who are my age know this. They used to have this thing called the Spice Channel. And we try to watch porn in the Spice Channel, but it was like the lines all squiggly and shit, and you try to see shit or whatever. So me and him used to watch this shit. So he at first started fucking with girls before I was fucking with girls for real. You understand? And mind you, he was a fat dude. I wouldn't say he was he wasn't like a unattractive type of dude, but he was a fatter dude. He wasn't what y'all would consider a Chad or Tyrone. He's a regular average motherfucker, but this dude ended up with a bunch of fucking women. You understand what I'm saying? And so as we got older, and I used to be like, yo, how the fuck? How you getting all these chicks? And so this is where my mindset comes from, when I talk about, well, looks aren't everything, or looks don't matter. Because when I think back to this motherfucker, I was like, how in the fuck are you getting this shit popping? You feel what I'm saying? So he was like one of the first people that taught me, just from observing him, about interacting with women and getting shit cracking. You understand what I'm saying? But besides that, some of the people that y'all watch on YouTube, like Steve Dedeen, Tariq Nasheed, Ram Wills, Alan Roger Curry. You know what I'm saying? David D'Angelo. I remember back in the days. Who else? There's a few other people back there. But let me go to 717 and I'm gonna head up out of here. 717, what's popping? Who this?
How you doing, Locario?
What up?
I got a question for you, right?
Hold on. Did you donate?
No, this is my first time calling in.
Oh my God, y'all killing me! All right, real quick, because we're about to end it. Go ahead, real quick.
All right, my question is, right? Let's go at my job. So I was on a dating app before that, I've seen it on there, but I just ended up noticing it was her a couple months ago. So today I was just talking to her, whatever. We was talking about work and everything. And so after we were done talking or whatever, she ended up giving me her number. So I was going to ask you, how long should I wait, move forward and hit her up and talk to her?
Wait, so you said this is a girl from your job?
Yeah.
So a girl from your job gave you her number and said what?
Okay, so basically we were just talking about work and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to her before, and a couple of months ago, and I had seen it on the dating app before that, but I just ended up noticing that it was her. And so she ended up giving me her number today, and I was going to ask you, how long should I wait?
Is a girl you work with? Hold on, this is a girl you work with directly? Like this is somebody that you work close to?
Yeah, but she's not on my shift, but she works on another shift. I ended up seeing her this afternoon.
Okay.
So my question for you is, how long should I wait to start conversation with her?
Well, let me ask you this. So when she gave you the number, what did you say to her before she gave you the number?
I didn't really say nothing to her. All right, first, we were just talking about work and our weekend holiday was from there. And then at that point, she was like, I got talking for work. And so I let her go about what she was like, well, take my number down before I go. And I took her number down. I told her I'll hit her up. But I was trying to figure out how long should I wait before hitting her up.
So she gave you the number because she said she was getting fired from the job?
No. She was about to start work. We was having a casual conversation. She ended up giving me her number.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, what were y'all talking about before she gave you the number? Okay. Like, why did she give you the number for? That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. No, we just like talking about holidays and everything. So
y'all were talking about the holiday, and she was like,
the 4th of July.
And she was like, "Oh shit, I gotta get to work. Here's my number. Let's talk more about this."
Well, she was like, "Just take my number down and hit me up." So that was my question for you. How long should I wait before hitting her up?
Okay, what do you want to hit her up for?
Just like basically go out on a date with her and know her.
Okay, so how do you know she wants to go on a date with you?
So I won't know until that point until I talk to her.
Okay, so at least we on that page. So this is the thing.
Right.
So the problem with this situation is you don't even know if she's interested in you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So whenever you're talking to a woman before y'all exchange numbers, you should see if the girl is actually interested in you sexually. Like exactly, Kay Zagan said it, you got to establish sexual interest or interest in going out with you and dating you, then get the information so you can set that up, or you can make that happen. Because right now, it just sounds like a chick that is just at your job trying to be friendly.
Okay, and I'm going to say this too. Also, I'm sorry, Locario. I wanted to add this statement to the situation. Now, before when I was on a dating app, right, I had ended up matching with her. I didn't notice that was her when I was at work, and I was on the app before we had a conversation, but I was still like talking to other women on the app. And so I guess I don't know if she ended up deleting the app or whatever, but we did end up matching. We had a casual conversation for a little bit.
So wait, so y'all talked on the app when y'all matched the other time?
Yes, that's correct. But I didn't notice that it was her until a couple of months back, and I just happened to like be observant while I worked, and I noticed that it was her.
And she didn't notice that it was you that matched with her on the app?
I think it was, but she didn't really want to like say anything, so she was real like just to herself.
Well, bro, this is the thing. This is the thing. Just hit her up and be like, well, let me ask you this. Okay, so y'all don't really work together like that together anyway, so fuck it. If you want to go and do that, do that. This is the thing. Just hit her up and say to her, let's get together this weekend. Tell her the day, tell her a place, and then y'all get together and make something happen. Well, what I'm telling you is don't get your hopes up, because what it seems like now is you have no idea if this guy, if this woman even gives a fuck on that level. That's what I'm saying.
I got you. Okay.
Right. So next time when you're talking to these women, make sure that you understand this, if there's sexual interest in if you have sexual interest there. So this is why I'm telling you, bro, you need to get your ass on the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com or get some coaching. You feel me?
Okay.
All right, bro.
Definitely.
All right, man. Make sure you donate, man. Donate next time. All right, I'm gonna holler at you. All right. So, people, we about to wrap this shit up. You feel what I'm saying? So appreciate all y'all tuning in. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership. That's where you get 45 to 90-minute audio and video dating advice, tutorials every month. Make sure that you guys go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario to check out the Patreon. Also, look out for the Masculine Identity membership coming soon from Miles. And I will holler at you guys later. And remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody.
Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers.